let's talk about question time. BBC question time. I don't know what I think about that.
Yes.
However,
let me tell you something. Our next speaker is one of us. One of us. She got on BBC Question Time and she ripped the so-called politicians, the so-called I know it all, we know what's best in the interest of the country. She ripped them apart. She took them like donkey biscuit in a cup of tea, right? This lady runs a pharmaceutical company. She's one of us. She showed these authorities that we shall speak truth to power. And that's exactly what Dani Loughran did. So I want you to give it up for Dani Loughran right now. Dani, come on. Show us some love, people. Show us some love. What's up? What's up? Show us some love. Thank you.
Parliament Square, you are still full right to the back. This is beautiful. Open it.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Dani. Come on.
I am the woman in a maroon jumper who had a minute of fame on BBC Question Time in February, telling Jacob Rees-Mogg why Brexit will be a disaster for UK business and the public services that depend on our taxes, and that while he and Boris Johnson may come out of it okay, the rest of the UK population will not. I am the managing director of a company with 38 employees. I'm not a politician or a fat cat. I'm not from a rich family. I went to state schools, and I and the rest of my company have worked our butts off over the last 30 years to build up our business, trading with companies all around the world and selling ingredients to factories in the UK and Europe. My company and thousands like us are having to make drastic changes because of Brexit. We ship in and out of the UK every day. We can't risk letting down our customers in Europe and losing our business. And so we are having to divert half of our business to avoid the UK. And although Boris says he wants to reduce regulation and red tape after Brexit, actually the opposite is true, as the Kipper story illustrates. The UK is planning to duplicate EU chemical regulations and make UK companies do the same work we've already done all over again, repeating animal testing and spending millions of pounds for nothing. And if we still want to sell into the EU, our largest and nearest trading partner, we still have to meet EU regulations too. So there is no reduction in cost or bureaucracy at all, just a huge and unnecessary increase. UK companies like mine use our EU trade agreements every day, and they've brought us global business and helped us to become the gateway to Europe. Brexiteers talk about the great trade deals we will make with the rest of the world when we're outside Europe after Brexit, but this is just not true. A large trading bloc like the EU will always have more leverage than a single country, and our own, we will never get trade deals as good as the ones we have now. UK industry and our economy, but Boris Johnson still has big spending plans to cheer us all up. But we will have to borrow the money to pay for his plans from foreign investors, pension funds and banks, and then we'll have to pay it back with interest from our taxes. How can the Brexiteers think this is a good idea?
Absolutely.
Theresa May was criticised for not being able to see the economic upside of Brexit, but that's because there is no upside. The UK businesses and the UK economy will be huge and permanent. Half of my business will leave the UK and it won't come back. Other businesses are doing the same thing. They've already gone or they've started to go. Others will be bankrupted. Good jobs will be lost and they will not be easy to replace. And it will harm all of us. UK jobs, our economy, public services that depend on our taxes, the NHS, police, our security. UK workers, taxpayers, and the most vulnerable people in our society will suffer the most. But Brexit will be great for some people. Criminals, tax evaders, a few billionaires, the EU companies our industry moves to, and foreign powers who want to see the UK impoverished and Europe weakened. But nobody who really cares about the UK can possibly want this. Whatever the Brexiteers pretend, on our own we will be poorer, weaker and less safe. Sorry. We need a leader who doesn't pretend, who is serious, honest and brave, who will tell the truth and treat all of us as intelligent adults, which we all are. We need a leader who will stand with the thousands of us here today and say no to the ignorance, arrogance, irresponsibility and fairy stories of the kamikaze Brexiteer buffoons and say yes to Europe!
Wonderful! Dani! Wonderful!
Well done.
You know what? Dani has got me pumped. Has she got you pumped? Are you pumped? Because every word she said is true.
And we're still packed side to side, front to back. That is awesome.
That is